Okay, sorry you didn't get to see us do 90% of the work, but I couldn't find this darn camera anywhere I went. And as usual, just as I finish all the work, I find the camera. But that's okay. You can at least see me do this next part. Now this next part actually is going to be a little more difficult than earlier. Hang on just a minute. I got to move the camera pod just a little bit. There we go. With my flashlight. Alright, now right there, I'll zoom in just a second. You see, that's the nut I have to take off in order to get the upper control arm off. Well, if you look right next to it, that's the steering shaft. Yeah, it's kind of in the way, isn't it? So, besides taking apart the steering mechanism, the gearbox, or the steering wheel steering column connector, I'm just going to back the nut off that's on the inside, on the opposite side, and that way I can get the nut off. So, yeah. The other one in the back there, I can see it. There it is, where the light is. That one's not going to be so hard because there's nothing in the way. Like I said before, this side shouldn't be as difficult as the other side, besides the first one. But, you know, that's just part of it. So at least you get to watch me do that. So this will be the first time I actually have a camera sitting above me as I work. Well, sort of. I hope you'll be able to see most of it. This is the first time I've done this, so I'm not sure how this is going to work. But first off, let me zoom in. Right there. See that bolt? That nut? I gotta find a way to get that off first. Actually, I'm not going to take it off. I'm just going to back it off. I'm going to back it off so I can proceed to back the bolt itself off. Then I can get the nut off. But before I do that, I got to loosen it just enough to get those shims loose. I'll show you the shims. Probably can't see them too well. No, well, you can't see them on that one. But right back there, where's my flashlight? See those right in the middle? I'm going to get the light off just a little bit. So those little flat pieces of metal, I hope you can see them. I can't see on this camera. Those flat pieces of metal right there got to come out. And I got to make sure I make a note of where they go, or more importantly, just tape them up and put a couple pieces of, put a couple pieces of tape on them, I mean, and put a mark on them, tell them front, or passenger, driver's side, rear, and same goes for the front one, driver's side, front. Because we don't want to have to go and adjust the suspension at this point. Because, you know, that takes a lot of time, so. Alright, this will probably be fast forwarded, so let's get to it. Well, look at that. I didn't have to loosen that bolt in there at all. I had plenty of room. Okay, well, that solves that problem. Actually, you know what? Now that I'm looking at it, maybe that's not what my dad meant. Maybe what he meant was actually getting the control arm itself off. I didn't think about that. Ah, jeez. And unfortunately, the little shims don't like to stay. Don't like to let go after they've been sitting for a long time. Find a way. Just need a little vibration to loosen them up. cut the shims off the front one, you can tell which side goes where. One side's held on. One side has more wear than the other. This is like that. So it goes in there like this, as it goes up against the rod. Alright, let me take care of this one, then we'll get the next one. Okay, let me set these down before I lose them. Tape. Some tape. That's good enough. No, that's too small actually. Who am I kidding? Good old Scotch tape. Been sitting out in the sun and weather for the last, oh, I don't know, several months. Work. Because it goes around the whole thing. I think I'll do another piece just to be safe. Okay, since the tape's not cooperating, I guess I'll have to take my gloves off. And wrap this around the other way. There. Now it should be okay. This is the driver's side front, so I'm just going to put a D and an F on here. D, F. There you go. Hope you can see that. Alright, that's one. Now I gotta get the back one off. We can take the control arm itself off, I think, if that doesn't give us any trouble. And then we'll do the bottom one. The bottom one's a lot easier. Just a bolt and a nut comes right off. After that, I'll take a short break, and I'll go ahead and get cleaning on those things. So, let's see if we can get the other one off. I guess I'll leave my glove off for now. Okay, now that I got that off, I need to contend with... Now I see what my dad was talking about. I thought he meant the nut I wouldn't be able to get off, but it looks like... Yeah... I'm gonna have to back this bolt off down here. I'm not even sure how to do that. Let me figure that out. Figure out how to do that. See the bolt. The question is, can I get to it? What side is it? And can I get to it? That's where I need to go. Oh, that's what I had to do. Back that nut off. Bolt off. That's what I want to do. Oh. Now I see what he meant by splines. Alright, let me move the camera bring y'all down here so you can actually see what we're doing. Look, found a rock. Like a rock. I'm losing my mind slowly. Okay, here we are in the car. And getting ready to get this lower control arm off. But let me explain a few things. Don't worry about this dangling like this. We're getting new brake lines. I'm going to go buy these today. That's probably what I'll do before I go cleaning all the rest of this up. Besides that, I'm going to need a couple new wire brushes because the ones I got have no bristles left on them. And I'd rather have new ones to get these cleaned up. So, also, we ordered today, and hopefully we'll be here tomorrow, some new tie rod boots. Tie rods are actually fine. They work good. They're pretty good. They got plenty of grease in them, but the boots are just wore out and falling off. So, we'll get some new boots for that. We got two of them for the outer, and I guess these are the inner right here, so we'll put those on there. I don't know what these are right here. I don't know what this is called. I mean, I know what this is. This is the control arm for the steering, but this part, I don't know what this bushing's called. I couldn't find it, so I'm just not going to worry about it for now. Anyway, gotta get this control arm off here. So it's an 18 on each side, and unfortunately, at least unfortunately for me, I gotta use the overpowered air ratchet. I don't like this thing because it jerks and it hurts my hands sometimes when I use it. Ow. Okay, that's one. I won't take the bolt out so it won't fall down at a weird angle. And this is the problem with this thing. It's just no matter how much you tighten it, it just wants to move anyway. Pain in the butt. As I said, I don't like that darn thing for that reason. So strong. We had a smaller one, which I didn't mind so much. It still pinched my hand on occasion. The bolt won't come out. But not nearly as bad as this one does. If I can get past it. There it goes. Whew, that is a nasty rust. Look at that. Ugh. Oh, rook. Oh, rook. Oh, rook. You know, mucky rust. New word right there. Muck. Rook. Like ruckus, except it's rust and muck. Okay. This one. There we go. There we go. Hey, control arms off. Lower one. Hey. Okay. Ooh, look what I found. A giant dirt dauber nest. I hate these things. You see what I'm saying? Yuck. I'll get some air and push that out. Alright, well, I think I'm going to take a break for now. I'll come back after I get my tools. And we'll get these control arms cleaned up. See about taking the, I guess we'll take the brake drums apart, the rotor hub assembly, whatever, those things. Get those things taken apart so I can clean the spindles. The only things I'm going to paint are the spindles and the control arms. This thing, I'm not painting. I'm just going to clean it up. I'm not even going to wire brush it. I'm just going to take some soap and water, take these old boots off, take some soap and water, and actually soap and water and a Brillo pad. And I'm just going to have that, not Brillo pad, Scotch pad. And I'm just going to have that, just clean it up like that, because that, I don't care too much about that being black. Alright, decided to hold off and do this other stuff later this evening. I'm a little more tired than I thought I'd be, so I'll just breast. Take two. Alright, well, I got the brake lines, but I think I'm going to wait and clean this stuff up later this evening, because I'm kind of tired. I don't really have the will to do it all right now. So, I'll clean it up later this evening. Might do one side tonight and the other side tomorrow. We won't have our parts till tomorrow evening anyway, so we're not going to be able to put all this together until then, until the day after that, so not like we're in a big hurry. I did want to have it done, well, I say I'm not in a big hurry, but I did want to have it all done before then, but honestly I got lots of time. So, in any case, I have one unfortunate thing I did just notice a few moments ago. Now I know this camera doesn't pick it up very well, but that is a scratch, and that's not just a scratch, that is a gouging scratch. Like I can almost peel the paint back if I push hard enough like that. This deep scratch goes like that, and then it just continues up there. I don't know where that came from. I don't know what it is or why it happened. I've taken a picture of both this camera and my cell phone. I'll show you both of those. Okay, hope those look better than this camera does, because I can't tell. This is where that little cancer, that big cancer spot was, but I don't think there was anything underneath it to cause this. I could be wrong. I don't know. I really don't remember seeing this. I don't know. All I do know is that if this is going to cause more body work to have to be done, I don't want to do it. I mean, I have to do it, obviously, but I don't want to do more body work. We're supposed to be almost done with this car. We got just the front end suspension to deal with and get it inspected. Then I was going to do all the touch-ups, and then the interior, last bits of that, and the window. That's all, and it was done, and we could drive around. But to have to do this kind of body work, I know it looks like nothing, but that's a good square sector about this much. I'd have to sand down smooth, fill it with primer, fill it with filler, prime it, and then paint it. I don't have any paint left. I can't match that paint now. The guy who painted it put a bunch of pearl. Well, he said he put a bunch of pearl in the paint, so it's a different color. I don't know what to do about that. I haven't told my dad yet. I don't know how I'm going to tell him either. I can't leave it there, because as soon as I try to wax it, it's just going to rip the paint right off. So I guess I just won't worry about it for now. Oh well, we'll come back later and do some more.